Good morning, people. How you all going? Welcome back to the channel. And just having a little walk for a minute. Just going to the shop, just going to get a pint of milk, and then I'm going to go out, make a cup of tea, and I'm going out on my bike. So just want to do a little tour where I live. So this is the end of my street. I'm not going to say where it is, but very quiet. At the end of the world. I've got fields over at the back to my house, and so not much really else to say about this place, apart from it's the countryside of Essex. So keep walking, get some milk, cup of tea, and I'll talk to you again when I'm on my bike. So I've stopped off in Clacton, my first stop today, right near the pier, the seafront. Still on the old push bike. And I'm going to just plod along the coast and keep going for about 15 miles or so, see where I end up. But it's lovely and sunny here anyway, and I'm enjoying my day. So 5 miles in, I'm going to crack on and move down to Holland. So this is the high sea wall. It does say you're supposed to cycle down the bottom down there, but so that no one up here. So yeah, not far to go. Hello again, people. I'm about 8 miles up further from Clacton now. I'm just practically much at Frinton-on-Sea. Just stopped to have a guzzle of my drink and get a few photos. Spin the camera around so you can see where I am. So you've got this lovely big park here, sort of country park, and I've got farms and field over the back. As you look up there, got Frinton-on-Sea, and in the far distance you've got Walton on the Naze pier. I'm going to pedal up there in a minute. And so yeah, that's where I am. So I've actually got a little A900 Nikon point and shoot with me today. This is my mum's camera. I just borrowed that. I thought something smaller. Just taking a few. Everything I'm taking on here, shot-wise, is going to be taken on that. So I'm going to grab a few snaps and pop them up for you. And I'll crack on with my 30-mile photo bike about, or whatever you call it. I'll speak to you in a minute, people. So pedaling along now, people. Just switched cameras. I'm back on the GoPro now. What I've got on my bag, my little chest mount or shoulder mount thing, whatever you call it. That's Frinton to the left. Gonna get up there and see how the battery's going on this bike before I decide to turn back round. But 18 miles so far, and seem to be going well. Battery on the bike saying 80%, so when it gets down to 60, 55, that'll be my turning around time. So anyway, speak to you from my next location. What will be Walton on, sorry, not Walton on the Naze, it'll be Frinton-on-Sea. See you in a bit. I've stopped off, I found a little church in Frinton-on-Sea. I just snapped off a few little shots around here. But obviously the sunlight's behind it, which is a bit of a shame. But lovely little place. It's only small. The old church bell up there. Yeah, getting a nice few shots as I'm out and about today, and hope you're enjoying it so far. But do love a church. And I ain't been pedalling here, I just pushed the bike in here. So weird, it's a lovely old-fashioned church right next to this. The only two tower blocks in Frinton-on-Sea. Let's go back around. As you can see, church is absolutely stunning little building. It's locked up, otherwise I'd go inside. But I like this little bell tower. It's got the external bells. Pretty much part of what you imagine England should be like. Not what it's really like, but I love historical places and old-fashioned architecture. And like, buildings were made with character back in them days, but so that's why I like to get out of where I live a lot more, because obviously, so I'm trying to get myself so you can see me because of the sun. Yeah, obviously all the modern stuff might look nice and fancy, but it might last a quarter of the time of the stuff they built years ago. And obviously, as for aesthetics I should say, these buildings are a million times more better to look at than the new stuff. So anyway, I'm going to get back on my bike. I'm going to creep along now to Walton on the Naze. Not much down there, but somewhere to go, as I'm cracking on with my 300 miles in 2 weeks, which is my plan. So I'll speak to you from the next location, people. So we're at Frinton, and I'm heading up to Walton on the Naze now, back on the bike. I don't know if you can see it on this little GoPro I've got on my shoulder, but Walton Pier is well visible now. I think it's only about 3 or 4 miles up the road. That'll be our next stop. So I'll speak to you from there, people. Right, I'm at Walton on the Naze now, which is another little seaside town in the Essex coast, what they call the Essex Sunshine Coast. Let's split the camera around, I'll do a little nose around, but not much here. Because obviously I'm sticking to the coast roads where possible. And there's the old pier. I just took a few handheld snaps with this, and I'm going to pop them up for you and see what you think. I'm going to grab a cup of tea and I'm going to take a slight plod back in my direction now. So, speak to you in a bit, Pete. Just having a little doss for 10 minutes before I head home. Little change of planning, going straight home. I've just got a cup of tea and just sitting here chilling by the war memorial, what you can probably see behind me. But yeah, starting to feel it a little bit now. I'm going to head home in a little while. I've got 12 miles straight down the coast, and I'll go from Walton to Frinton to Holland-on-Sea, to Holland-Avon, then Holland-on-Sea, then Clacton, then Jaywick, then through the back into the St Osyth's end, and I'll be home. So quite a way yet. I'm about a mile away from where I was last night now on my way back, just where that country park place was as well. So yeah, ain't sitting around for sunset tonight though. I've got dinner in an hour. I've got pork chops and vegetables I think tonight. But, dropped the place down a little bit, busting for a piss as well, so I'm going to hammer it back I think, try to get home a bit lively. Just made a very quick stop off here at the golf course in Frinton. There's some lovely light here, so I'm just grabbing a few shots as we look around. I'm going to put all these images up now, so good. Stuck in the sand here. Don't know what's happened here, but the path's been blocked for about 30 metres. Never mind, we'll push it through and soldier on. So I just made another little stop and got a few snaps. Needed a piss, that's the main reason I stopped. Anyway, not good news. Just got a fucking puncher. I'm about 5 miles, 6 miles from home, but a friend of mine's coming to pick me up in his van, so I should be alright. I've just got to walk about half a mile up to the meeting point, so I'm going to cut this video short today. Well, not short, but I'm going to end it here from Holland Haven Country Park. I'm going to spin the camera around again. And call it a day. So I'll speak to you all in the next one. I hope you've enjoyed this little bike about. Cheers. Up and running again. Ready for the next adventure.